Okay, in this unit we are looking at special right triangles. Not every triangle and not every right triangle is a special right triangle. We're working with isosceles right triangles. Remember, in an isosceles right triangles, the legs of the triangle are congruent. Those are the two sides making the right angle, which means that our base angles are congruent. They are both 45 degrees. Now, we know that these would be the same, so if they're both x, there's also that relationship that if I know the side is x, then I can figure out the hypotenuse by multiplying that value by square root of 2. So that hypotenuse is going to be whatever our x is times square root of 2. Then if I'm given the hypotenuse, my shortcut is, hey, I can take the hypotenuse, and if I want to find the leg, I divide by square root of 2. This is one of our shortcuts that we're going to want to have on our note card while we're taking tests. We're going to want to have it handy while we're working on that IXL. It's all about recognizing, hey, I'm working with an isosceles right triangle. If I know the side, I can multiply by square root of 2 to get the hypotenuse. If I know the hypotenuse, I can divide by square root of 2 to find the leg. In a 30, 60, 90 triangle, it's all about the short leg. Remember, the short leg is always opposite the 30-degree angle. And if our short leg is x, then we know our hypotenuse, which is opposite the right angle, is going to be 2 times that. Whatever the short leg is, if I take it times 2, that would be our hypotenuse. So we're going to say that's 2x. And we said it's all about the short leg. If I know the short leg, I can find the long leg, which is opposite the 60-degree angle. And I can find that by multiplying whatever our short leg is times the square root of 3. So that long leg is going to be x times the square root of 3. That also means that if I'm given the long leg, hey, we said it's all about the short leg. So to find the short leg, I'm going to take whatever my long leg is, and I'm going to divide by square root of 3. And if I'm given the hypotenuse, we said it's all about the short leg, so I'm going to find the short leg. And if I'm given the hypotenuse to find the short leg, I'm going to divide by 2. In this example, we're working with an isosceles right triangle. We know it's an isosceles right because we've got a right angle, and these two angles are congruent, meaning that these two sides are congruent, making it an isosceles right triangle. So I'm going to use my shortcut. Hey, I know for an isosceles right triangle, if I know the leg, I can multiply by square root of 2 to find the hypotenuse. Well, in this example, we are given one of the legs, and we're looking for the hypotenuse. So I'm going to multiply by square root of 2. Now, when we're looking at these, when it says our answer in simple radical form, that means that we're going to leave those square roots as part of it. So when I take 3 square root 2 times the square root of 2, I can multiply these together because they're both radicals. Square root of 2 times square root of 2, that's square root of 4. I still have 3 times that. Square root of 4 does simplify. It is 2. So we have 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. So T would be 6 millimeters. On this example, we're working with a 30, 60, 90 triangle. We see the angles 30, 60, and 90. All right, so we're going to be using our shortcut with a 30, 60, 90 triangle where it is all about the short leg. All right, so when we look at our example, we are actually looking for the short leg. It's opposite our 30-degree angle. We're given the hypotenuse is 2 square root 3. That is the hypotenuse opposite the right angle. All right, so when we look at our example, I'm looking for the short leg. I'm given the hypotenuse. And I know with my shortcut that if I'm given the hypotenuse and I'm looking for the short leg, I'm going to take whatever my hypotenuse is and I'm going to divide by 2. So to go from here to here, I know I'm dividing by 2. So if I take 2 square root 3 and I divide by 2, these two are divisible. And so that means that our T value is equal to square root of 3.